But that witness has cleared your client through his testimony. Your job here is done.
Well, that's a
Go
first.
home,
Usually that
Mr.
doesn't
Wright.
happen. I'm not done yet. To see through witnesses' lies and find the truth. That is my job, Your Honor. It's not. It's really
No,
not.
it's not.
It's not. It's really
It's
not.
really not.
That is the prosecutor's job. That is not your job.
That is why we have a professional lawyer with us.
He's not yet.
Very soon, but not yet.
Trust me, Pet Edgeworth needs to do better.
Edgeworth is doing fine. It's Phoenix needs
Why
to do better.
hasn't he convicted on guard? Come on.
There's still more evidence to look at, and I'm sure that once those pieces arrive here in this very courtroom, a miracle will occur.
And I won't be disbarred for what I'm doing.
Very well. The trial will continue. God, I want to go home. Mr. Edgeworth, please reestablish connection with Mr. the Killer.
That is true, Pastry Puff. It has always been our job to do the prosecutor's job of burden of proof, so, you know.
I mean,
I don't know.
because the prosecutor wasn't really doing his job.
Has a verdict been reached from my extremely based testimony?
Before that, we would like to talk with you a little bit more. What can we say? We're enchanted.
About? All you needed from me was the name of my client. What else could you need from me?
Well, such a conversationalist. Actually, we would like to hear everything you know about this case. That is how things are usually done.
What is he talking about usually done?
But what shall we have him testify about now?
Mr. DeKiller, if you don't mind, please testify about your client in more detail.
You legal people and your procedures. Is it any wonder no one likes to go to court?
I
this-
don't think that's the reason why.
When it's this terribly structured of who knows what, yeah, I wouldn't want to go to court either. That does explain a lot, Pastry Puff. That would make a lot more sense on, like, moral compass, you know? The lawyer stuff is just, it's fun, but it's just horribly inaccurate, you know? Horribly
I
inaccurate.
see. That makes a lot of sense.
Ace Tooney. Like and subscribe.
As I've already stated quite a few times, Adrian Andrews is my client. However, one thing I simply cannot overlook is tampering with the scene of the crime. My client did it to frame another for the crime, while pretending to be the first person to discover the body and enter the scene. Adrian Andrews already knew from the very beginning that Juan Carreno was dead.
It's
But
always
even
so
more appalling
sensual.
is the creation and planting of the knife and button. The act is what I was referring to when I said my client had broken the rules.
That's true, Lakitu.
No, Lakitu, those are just reporters. It's their job.
And
They
their
gotta...
children. It's always take your kid to work day.
Listen, childcare is very expensive in San Francisco.
This is a most unexpected turn of events for the, let me check my chart. 5th time now?
Well, Your Honor, you should start to expect it at this point.
I really should. However, this time, it appears everything has finally been revealed. Or not.
Objection. Just a second, Your Honor.
Yes, Mr. Edgeworth.
We still have the cross-examination to do.
But you don't need to question a testimony like this. Do you, Mr. Wright?
Your Honor, the defense will question the witness.
As if I have a choice here.
I already made my choice before.
Huh? Why? What this witness has said is nothing but beneficial to the defense's case. If you scrutinize the testimony, then...
Then I'll expose the lies in that oh-so-beneficial testimony, I suppose.
I don't understand what's going on anymore, but I never do. Carry on.
I don't understand either, if I'm being honest. Yeah, that
Makes two of us.
When we just read the game's mind. Beautiful.
I am Phoenix Wright. Confirmed. Phoenix Wright was written based on my life, somehow. I was sculpted in the shape of Phoenix Wright. I don't know.
What is it, Mr. Wright?
If I press him the wrong way, it might raise suspicions on his end. But I have to do something to waste more time.
Witness, about requesting a hit,
Yes?
how much is your fee?
Oh my god. No. Phoenix. Not a good look.
Oh my
I
god.
see you are also quite a dark-hearted man, Mr. Attorney.
How much do I have to pay you to off yourself so that we don't have a Maya problem anymore? Loophole. Huh?
If you would like to talk business, we could do so after the
Oh
trial.
no. No, I'm not thinking about hiring.
Mr. Wright!
Yes.
You want to kill me? You want me dead, don't you?
What? What would you think something like that, Your Honor?
It's for all those times I bullied you, isn't it? Guilty! Mr. Phoenix, right? You are hereby declared guilty!
Witness. Let's continue.
Oh my god.
Why did you disclose the name of your client? They are your client, are they not?
Do we want to press everything? Or, like, I think the contradiction, we know what it is.
I think so.
Right? Because her whole thing is she says,
Knew from the very beginning that Juan Corrida was dead.
yeah, I think it's that one.
Did
Knew from
she
the very,
know?
because the whole thing, remember,
Putting down
This.
the juice in chalk.
yeah, exactly. Putting down the juice in shock.
Yeah. The juice wasn't to frame Juan, not Juan, Matt. It was the
Yeah.
button and the knife.
Yeah,
So,
exactly. It was
yeah,
shock.
she did not know from the
So I
beginning.
think I just want to present this.
I think so.
I don't think we need to press everything. And they literally were like, don't press too much, you might get suspicious.
Yeah.
No
That's why I'm so
objections still in?
scared.
I'm reading chat, sorry.
Ah, well then we'll move on then. Objection! Thank you so much for taking the time to testify, Mr. DeKiller.
What is the meaning of that attitude?
When Adrian Andrews entered the victim's room, tap, point! Your client had no idea that Juan Corrida had been murdered.
But how? How do you know that? Were you in on it, Mr. Phoenix?
From this wine glass, Your Honor.
The glass.
Mr. DeKiller's supposed client thought that Senor Corrida had only fainted, which is why this glass of tomato juice was poured for the victim.
But isn't that just part of Adrian Andrews' calculated plan?
No, that's not possible, Your Honor. This glass bears the fingerprints of that person. Had it been planned, they would have never left their fingerprints behind.
What if they plan on leaving their fingerprints behind? To make it look like it wasn't planned, they left their fingerprints
Oh
behind.
no, 40 chess.
I see your point. Mr. Edgeworth, what is your opinion?
Fourth-dimensional chess. But I had the same exact thought just now. The witness, how do you explain this strange phenomenon?
So Edgeworth helped us in Turnabout Samurai, now we're helping him in Farewell My Turnabout.
True, you owe him.
Yeah,
You really
isn't
do.
Isn't it a waste of time to ask about such a minor detail? It is not a very important point anyway, correct?
Hey, at least that means that we might actually get walkie-talkie breakdown.
I really hope so.
I'm afraid you're mistaken. If Adrian Andrews really is your client, as you claim,
That's true, Pastry Puff.
then your client should have knowledge of Mr. Corrina's death. If not, then that could only mean that Adrian Andrews was never your client at all.
Ooh.
Sounds strange.
Yes.
Why is it that the attorney has yet to raise an objection at this absurd situation?
No comment? Phoenix, if the killer figures out what we're up to, we're in real trouble.
Yeah, I know. Objection! Mr. Edgeworth, I'm surprised. Point! You know you can't say things like that without any evidence.
Ah, sorry.
Oh.
Well, that was an awfully weak objection for the two
Shut
of you.
up, Judge. Quiet. Shush. Accept it and move on.
Anyway, I am positive that there was a contradiction in that testimony.
Falling out of my chair.
The prosecution requests further testimony concerning when the request was taken.
Very well.
Right now, I have to buy us more time.
Oh god, this stalling game, I swear.
While we wait for the items the killer left behind to get here, I just know that the very outcome of this trial lies with those items.
Gumshoe is just crawling to the
Literally,
courthouse,
though.
his legs shattered. He's just trailing blood, just squeaking his organs across the ground on the sidewalk.
No!
Hold on, pal. I'm coming.
Gumshoe.
Poor Gumshoe.
He's got like the blue badger cut out, and he's got like the nightstick in the one hand, and he's like putting it against the ground, and it's slowly rotating and pulling him slightly forward every like 5 seconds.
Oh my
He
god.
dances until he drops, and I will too.
Just like me, pal.
I hope you enjoyed watching this episode of Ace Attorney. We play live once a week on Twitch and YouTube.
Thank you so much for the Giga Chads who became members. We really appreciate it.
If you like what you've seen so far, consider giving us a like, commenting, or subscribing for more content and chaos from us.
Oh, I'm not asking. I'm telling you. Subscribe.